Hey guys, what is going on? Anthony here with Pistons Talk. Hope you guys are having a great night. We are going to be reacting to this Bleacher Report article. Obviously, there was some breaking news today. Trajan Langdon and the Detroit Pistons have decided to part ways with former general manager of the Detroit Pistons, Troy Weaver. So let's get straight into it. We're just going to skim through this real quick with this article because it's basic information that you guys already know. Though the Pistons are planning to part ways with general manager Troy Weaver after 4 seasons, according to Shams Charania and James Edwards III of The Athletic. The news comes just over a week after ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reported the Pistons were hiring former New Orleans Pelicans general manager Trajan Langdon as the team's president of basketball operations. Now, this is something noteworthy. The Pistons are now speaking to Pelicans executive Michael Blackstone as a potential role as the team's number two decision maker under Langdon, Charania, and Edwards reported. So now that Troy Weaver is gone and there is no general manager, now the Pistons are probably going to look to hire a general manager. They might call it something different. They might call it like an assistant vice president of basketball ops, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of like a general manager. There's just like fancy titles. Like years ago, when Ed Stefanski was in the Pistons front office, they called him his senior advisor when actually he was like the president of basketball ops. A lot of these front offices come up with a lot of these fancy titles, but just wanted to kind of pinpoint on who could possibly be the next general manager. It looks like Michael Blackstone, who is from the Pelicans, makes sense. That's where Langdon did work for several years. Looks like he could be a guy that the Pistons look to bring in as a number two decision maker or a general manager, if you will. Probably the number one question that a lot of Pistons fans have, much like myself, is okay, Troy Weaver has been let go. He's been fired. What's going to happen to Monty Williams? Is Monty Williams going to continue to be the head coach of the Detroit Pistons? The Bleacher Report did mention the reporting from James Edwards and Shams Charania last week. I'll just read it for you guys real quick. It says, when first reporting the news of Langdon's hiring last week, Edwards and Charania wrote that the Pistons' new front office leader would be given the power to move on from Weaver as well as head coach Monty Williams. Williams has been with the team just for 1 season, receiving a 6-year guaranteed contract from the Pistons last summer. He still has approximately $60 million remaining on that deal. Pistons owner Tom Gores is reportedly open to buying Williams out if Langdon decides he wants a change on the sidelines as well, according to Edwards on Charania. Although Jake Fisher reported for Yahoo Sports last month that Williams could be opposed to a buyout. So obviously we saw it last year. Tom Gores gave Monty Williams at the time a bag to come to Detroit to coach the Detroit Pistons, and this season we won 14 games, and it was probably the most miserable that I've seen Pistons fans in quite some time. There wasn't a whole lot to look forward to. We were upset with certain players not getting playing time. Jaden Ivey. We were really upset with the all-bench lineups. Didn't make a whole lot of sense. Not playing Asar, benching him for Isaiah Livers. There's a lot of questionable decisions that Monty was making. But this article does mention that Tom Gores is willing to eat the $60 million if Langdon does choose to do so. But you also have reporting from Jake Fisher that Monty Williams doesn't want a contract buyout. He doesn't want to go away. He wants to continue to coach. So we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen. Just my opinion with the Monty stuff. I think there's a really good chance that he's the head coach of the Detroit Pistons going into next season. And I know that's something that fans just don't want to hear. I would just find it really hard to believe that they buy him out and let him go. Maybe it's just me being negative right now. I just can't see it happening. I think they give him one more year to prove it to the organization in the front office to win more than 14 games, see what he can do with some more talent around this roster, because they brought back everybody on that 7-10 win season under Dwayne Casey's last year, and they only added Monte Morris and Joe Harris and Asar. Like, I think they're going to give Monty a little bit of a leash, see what the Pistons can do, see how they attack free agency, see what happens in the draft, and evaluate him through this next season. That's just my opinion on the Monty thing. I could be completely wrong, and they just fire him and say, hey, we're going to go in a younger direction. We don't need a veterans coach. We need more of a younger coach to teach these young guys, to relate to them on a personal level a little bit more. But that's just my opinion on the Monty Williams thing. But I want to know what you guys think of this Troy Weaver firing. Do you like this move? Do you like this first move by Trajan Langdon to let Troy Weaver go? Just say, hey, like, if you don't want a scouting job, then there's the door. Good luck in your future endeavors. Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, let me know what you think with the Monty Williams situation. Do you think he's going to be back like myself? Do you think I'm crazy and Trajan is just going to have a fire sale and just clean this front office, coaching staff completely out? I'll talk to you guys down below in the comment section. Like always, I hope you guys are staying safe. Take care, and I'll catch you guys this Sunday on the podcast. Got a special guest for you guys, so I know you guys are going to love it. Peace.